Hello, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be making a Beemo from Adventure Time. Alright, so these are the colours that you're going to be needing. I'll go into the exact colours in the description. Alright, so once you've worked it around for a bit, you can make it into its shape. So it's pretty easy to do with your fingers, just squish it about a bit. Alright, so this is the shape that I want, and I'm happy with the shape. Next step is putting the buttons on him. Another good thing when you're working with small bits of clay is to have a bit of greaseproof paper at hand. It's just easier to work on this, and then it doesn't get stuck to it, so you can peel it off easy and put it on the actual piece. So I've got a bit of pink clay, rolled it into a ball, and I'm just going to press it down on the paper so it makes a nice round shape. So it's got the big red button near the bottom to one side. There we go. Now the next shape is a blue triangle. So you have to do this differently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the clay and I'm going to press it down. So I'm going to get it to the right thickness that I want, which is about the same as these other buttons. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knife or a blade or some sort of thing and cut through. So what you do is you get whereabouts you want it, and then you just press straight down with the knife, and then you should be left with the clay shape that you want. So a nice triangle there. So I can put this straight on, and there we go. So if you do need any straightening up once it's already on there, I find that using a glue stick works well. Alright, next for the purple bits on him. I'm going to take a little ball of it and I'm going to roll it into sort of a sausage shape, and then I'm going to flatten that out again. Alright, next up is the D-pad, which is a little bit trickier, but just the same as you did the blue triangle. Get it onto the right thickness on your greaseproof paper. And first you want to cut out a square, the approximate size you want it. Alright, so I've got a square which is about the size of the red button. What I'm going to do is just use the knife and put it in and just take a little bit of the corner out. So it's like this. And there we go. Now what I'm actually going to do is, since it's stuck on the cling film, I'm going to put it on with the cling film instead of taking it off. Then, you know, because these are a bit delicate because they're so small, I don't want them to bend out of the shape. There we go. Alright, so get the colour that you mixed earlier. Now this is the lighter one. So I'm going to put this on the greaseproof paper. I'm going to flatten it out so it's bigger than the size that I need. Alright, so what I've done here is I've flattened it out so that it's just bigger than what I need. So I've cut one corner. So I'm going to lay this on top of my model and line it up so that corner is about where I want it on the model. And measure up and put a small mark where I want it and cut that bit out. So now I want to put it on again. That corner is as far away from that side as this corner is from that side. And then I can measure up how far up I need it from the buttons. Put a mark on again and cut it out. And if all's gone correctly, that should be the size that you want it on the screen. And there we go, so that's mostly finished now. It's a little bit wonky, it just means he's unique. On the side of Beemo, he's got speakers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a closed needle. I'm going to use the end of it. So being careful, hold from the side. I'm just going to press in. If you spin the needle, it works better as well. So I'm going to do one in the middle, and then there's going to be 6 around the outside. Alright, so it's going to look about that size. So you can do that on both sides. So nice speakers on both sides there. Alright, so here is his little Beemo. Originally I did his face different, but I didn't like the way it turned out. So I changed it for this, which is just a basic smiley face. So that's why his face looks different later on in the video. Alright, for the next step, get some of the purple clay, roll it into a ball, and then press it into a disc shape again. Alright, so this is going to go on his side. It's going to be where his arm comes out, and it's going to be the O of the Beemo. So put it really near the bottom, and press it on a little bit, and then it'll be the O. And you want to do that on the other side as well. Alright, so now I'm going to do the M and the B's. So like we did with the D-pad and the blue square, roll it out on your paper to round about the thickness you need it. Alright, as you can probably see there, those are the M's. So I'm going to attach both of those before I do the B's. So what I'm going to do is keep it on there and then press it on as close to the O as I can manage. There we go. And same on the other side. Alright, one thing to watch when you're putting it on his left hand side, which is this one, you're going to want the bottom of the M facing on his back. On the other side, you got the bottom of the M facing his front. Alright, so here is one of the B's. To get the middle out, I used a craft knife and sort of gouged it out. So it's a bit rough. Alright, so there it is, Beemo. And do the B on the other side as well. Alright, so that's probably the trickiest bit done and over now. Alright, so next part is his arms and his legs. So you're going to take the blue, as it came in the packet, and you're going to make a few sausages. You're going to do 2 long ones and 2 slightly shorter. So, 2 of those. Basically I'm just going to press them on like this till they're in sort of the right place, and then I'm going to sit him down and just adjust him so that he sits up on his own. The way I've got him to stand up is I've got his legs and I just put these a couple of small triangle shapes at the back, so that when it stands up, his weight is evenly distributed and it won't fall over either way. Now his arms, they're a bit more different because you have to put the fingers on. So what I find is best is flatten off the end, one end a little bit, and then use your knife or the glue stick just to separate it slightly. So that it gives him a little bit of a hand there. So do that on your other one as well. And then you're going to press that on directly into the middle of the O on his body. And from there you can pose his arm into any shape that you want. Alright, now, so it's finished, apart from a few little details. So if you want to put ventilation shafts on the back, use a glue stick. This one's cut down so I can get smaller holes. Sort of press it in and wiggle it about. And there we go. Alright, for the battery pack on the back, what I want to do is just press thin lightly on top. Alright, so that's him finished now. You'll notice his face is different, and I didn't really like the way it looked, so I cut it off and put this on instead. But that's him finished now. So I'm going to put him in the oven, 180 degrees, about 12 minutes, and that'll be done now. Alright, if you wanted to make this into a necklace, or a charm of some sort, or able to hang, these are eye screws. What it is you can put it in the top and screw it in, so it's sticking at the top of him, and you'll be able to use it as a necklace then, or anything that hangs. That's how to make your very own little Beemo out of polymer clay. Alright, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I hope somebody tries to make their own little Beemo. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you for the next tutorial. Bye.